be the only person on the planet that didn't know that you can just pick a piece of fruit off of a tree and
I have heard people say this before in the US, and it was confusing at first, but as time goes on, I'm starting to kind of understand why people don't realize this. One of my jobs, I work as a project manager for a construction company, and a lot of the workers come from south of the border for the season. Places like Mexico, Honduras, El Salvador. They work here for the season, then they go back home. They come from different cultures. One day, I'm rolling up to a pretty affluent neighborhood where we have a job going on, and as I go up to the job site, there are some workers that are eating fruit off of an apple tree. Well, they're eating apples off of an apple tree. The homeowner's wife comes out and she goes, "Hey, I don't want to alarm you or anything, but some of these guys are eating apples off of that tree right there." Back, and I realize, ellos están comiendo manzanas. So I say, "I'm so sorry. They should have asked permission. I apologize." She says, "No, I'm not worried about that. I just don't want them to get sick because those are not edible apples." I look at her, I look at the manzanas, and I say, "What do you mean? Like they're not ripe? Or like, what do you mean they're not edible apples?" And she says to me, "Those apples come from a tree. You can't eat apples that are grown on a tree." I believe that in the United States, we are so far separated from our food that we don't think about the fact that most of our food is grown in the ground and comes from a warm, living animal. Yeah, cold cuts and stuff like that, that's not normal. That's just what you see in a store. That's not where it actually comes from. So yeah, you're definitely not the first person I've heard not realize that you can just eat fruit off of a tree.